Assalamu alaikum. Continuing our series of the illustrious women of Islam, after Ummahatul Mumineen, I have come up with the daughters of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Zainab binti Muhammad was born around 600 CE in Makkah, 5 years before the first revelation of the Quran to her father Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She was the first-born child of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Khadija radiyallahu anha. Raised in a household known for its moral uprightness and deep spirituality, Zainab had a close relationship with her parents and siblings, including her younger sisters Ruqayya, Kulthum, and Fatima. Zainab grew up during a period when the Quraysh tribe was dominant in Makkah, and she was surrounded by the strong supportive presence of her mother Khadija, who was a wealthy and influential businesswoman. This background gave Zainab a stable and well-rounded upbringing. She was known for her beauty, intelligence, and modesty, qualities highly regarded in the society of the time. In keeping with Arabian traditions of the time, Zainab was married at a relatively young age to her maternal cousin Abu al-As. He was a noble and respected merchant from the Quraysh tribe. He was known for his business acumen and his trustworthy reputation in the trading community, much like Zainab's father before his prophethood. Zainab's marriage was a happy one, marked by mutual love and respect. Despite the arrival of Islam and the growing tension between the Muslims and the Quraysh, Abu al-As remained loyal to Zainab, though he did not initially accept Islam. Zainab and Abu al-As had 2 children, Ali bin Abu al-As, who died young, and Umama bint Abu al-As, who later became one of the most beloved grandchildren of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Zainab's life took a difficult turn when her father received his first revelation and declared himself a prophet of Islam. Zainab embraced Islam early, but her husband did not. This created tension as Islam began to be seen as a threat by the Quraysh, who were opposed to the monotheistic message. When the Quraysh began to openly oppose Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his followers, relations between Muslims and non-Muslims became strained. Zainab's husband fought on the side of the Quraysh in the Battle of Badr in 624 CE. Abu al-As was captured by the Muslims in this battle. In an emotional appeal, Zainab sent a necklace that had belonged to her mother Khadija as ransom for her husband. Upon seeing the necklace, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was deeply moved by the sentimental value it held, as it was a gift from his beloved wife Khadija. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam agreed to release Abu al-As on the condition that he would allow Zainab to migrate to Medina, where the Muslim community had settled. Abu al-As, despite his deep love for Zainab, agreed. Zainab's departure was heart-wrenching for both her and her husband. This marked the beginning of a long separation between the two. After her migration to Medina, Zainab lived under the care of her father. Her separation from her husband was a heavy burden, but she remained loyal to Abu al-As and continued to hope for his conversion to Islam. During this time, she became involved in the early Muslim community, contributing to its growth through her faith and resilience. Despite being on opposing sides of the growing conflict between the Muslims and Quraysh, Zainab and Abu al-As maintained their love and respect for each other. The turning point in their story came when Abu al-As, on a trade mission, was ambushed by Muslim forces and his goods were seized. He sought refuge in Medina and asked for Zainab's protection. Moved by her husband's plight, Zainab appealed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the behalf of her husband Abu al-As. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam agreed to return Abu al-As goods and release him. However, Abu al-As promised Zainab that he would embrace Islam, and he did so after returning to Makkah. This act of conversion allowed Zainab and Abu al-As to reunite as husband and wife under Islamic law. Their reunion marked a moment of profound joy for Zainab as she was finally able to live with her beloved husband without the conflict of differing faiths. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam blessed their reunion, and Zainab's patience and loyalty during her long separation from her husband were seen as acts of great faith and strength. Zainab lived only a few more years after her reunion with Abu al-As. In 629 CE, she fell seriously ill and her health began to deteriorate. Zainab passed away in the 8th year of Hijrah around the age of 29, shortly after her husband's conversion and their reunion. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was deeply saddened by the loss of his beloved daughter. He personally attended her funeral and prayed for her. Zainab was laid to rest in Jannat al-Baqi, the sacred cemetery in Medina, where many members of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's family were later buried. Her passing was a poignant moment for the early Muslim community, as she was not only the Prophet's daughter but also a woman of exceptional character. Zainab bint Muhammad is remembered for her unwavering faith, her immense patience, and her loyalty to her husband. Her life story reflects the sacrifices made by the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam during the early days of Islam. Despite the hardships she endured, being separated from her husband for years and losing her young son, Zainab remained steadfast in her devotion to Allah and her family. Her daughter Umama went on to marry Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's cousin Ali bin Abi Talib after the death of Fatima. This further strengthened the bond between Zainab's lineage and the Prophet's family. Umama played a role in continuing her mother's legacy, and she was greatly loved by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Zainab's life serves as an example of loyalty, patience, and sacrifice, making her an enduring figure in Islamic history. This was all about Zainab bint Muhammad radiyallahu anha. See you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.